Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. This is my kind of like Hajj videos that I'll be doing. So there'll be 3 videos in this kind of series. The one will be Hajj what to expect, Hajj what to pack, and Hajj top tips. So do follow me, subscribe to my channel, and like and comment on my videos so I know if I should be doing more of these kind of things. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Mariam Hanif. Do go and follow me on Instagram, and I have a little baby called Yahya and another little one on the way. So inshallah all goes well. So do keep us in your prayers if you are going to Hajj. So this video is about what to expect when you go to Hajj, because when I was going, I had no idea, and I thought, you know, when you go to Hajj, you go when you're like older and nobody goes when they're young. It's kind of like not one of those things that you do. But when we went to UMRAH in April 2016, me and my family all went, and we were like, oh, you know what? I wouldn't actually mind doing Hajj this year. And we prayed so much, all of us. And alhamdulillah, we all managed to go that year. So that was amazing. And we went as a family, and it was a perfect trip for us. And yeah, so we did Hajj in 2016, and I remember it as clear as day because it was such an experience. So if you are going, do keep a little journal. I didn't do a journal, I did like a photo album thing. I have it here somewhere. So I did like a photo journal thing, and I put it all in this book. I'm yet to write in it, but it is, I don't know if I can show you it, but I basically kept everything. So when we went to Shisha, the names, our little badges that your wristbands that you have to keep, pictures of us at Mina, pictures of us at Makkah and everything at the hotel. When we went on our ziyaras, it was just amazing. We had the lovely Tim Humble who was doing our ziyarah trips for us. That was amazing. And yeah, so we went with Al Hidayah. Oh my god, I even kept my luggage tag. It's because it says Hajj on it, look. Don't know if you can see, but anyway. Yeah, so it is a memory, so definitely try and keep little photo journals so that you can write in your book later on. Sorry, I went completely off topic, but yes, it isn't for people who are old. When you go to Hajj, you can go to Hajj whenever you want, and I was surprised by the number of young people that went when we went as well, and surprised by the number of young people that are still going now. So if you are young and if you can't afford it, if you're mentally, financially and physically strong to be able to do Hajj, I would highly recommend you do it. It is an obligation upon you to do it. It's one of your 5 pillars, so definitely think about it. It's better than going on all these, you know, crazy holidays that everyone these days tends to go on. Try and get that one in the bag first before you do that kind of stuff, like seriously. So this video is about what to expect from Hajj, and I think the best way to kind of put this across is by explaining the days of Hajj and understanding what you're going to be doing while you're there, because I think people just think, okay, I'm going to Hajj, it's going to be so hot, so much walking, pollution, basically just like things that everyone associates with Hajj, which kind of wasn't the case. So I think by understanding the days of Hajj really helps, and really helped me figure out when I was there what I needed to do, how to plan my Hajj and how to make the most out of it, because it is not cheap and you will be paying a lot of money, and it might only be the only time that you go. So if you are going and you think, oh god, I might not even be able to do this again, I might not be able to afford it again. I know that our Hajj package has actually gone up by £3,000 or £4,000. I know there's way more expensive groups out there, but we went with the company called Al Hidayah. I can't recommend them enough because they were amazing and they did an amazing job when we were out there, and it was great. However, it is just a lot of money. So I knew, okay, we're probably not going to go with this kind of group again. So when I went, I was like, need to prepare, need to plan, need to understand. And that was my motto for the trip. So in your Hajj group, you will have a meeting that you will have to attend, or that you should attend. I know a lot of people don't, but it is so important to attend it because they explain a lot of things in there for you and how your group will be doing things, because every group does things differently. I'm going to only be giving my experience in this video. If anybody else has any comments or tips or anything, please do put them in the comments down below, because there'll be so many people going with other groups as well, and it will be so helpful. So when I went, I just saw it as an ethical transformation, and it was just one of those things where I was like, I want to go, and when I come back, I do want to be different. I don't want to be the same Mariam that I was back then. I want to be different. And it was kind of like a year into my marriage. It was one of those things that I was like, I had a new start with my marriage. I wanted to go to, I went to UMRAH, came back, and I was like, right, after Hajj, I really want to try and be the best that I can be, and just keep on like improving myself, because that's kind of what you want to do. You want to improve yourself. Who doesn't? Like, if you don't want to improve yourself and you think you're perfect, then you need a wake-up call. Okay, so the first day of Hajj is actually the 8th of Dhul Hijjah. That is the day where you make your intention, you get into your Ihram, and you kind of like make your way to Mina, which is the place where you have all those tents. Some groups have places in Shisha, which we did, and it's basically just like a block of buildings with flats in them. I think they're like flats, and they basically got separate rooms, so you'll have like a group of 5 or 6 girls that will stay in each room, and then the men's side will be completely separate. So basically when you go there, you will need to pack your own separate Mina kind of bag, Mina Muzdalifah bag. So definitely do check out my what to pack in your Hajj video, because I'll detail loads of things in there as well. However, when you get there, it's going to be manic. You will be praying there as well, and you'll be doing all your salahs there. And that's the kind of day where you want to get into the zone, because it's the first day, it's your first day off Hajj, and the next day, which is the main day, will be the day of Arafah. So that's the second day, which is then therefore the 9th day of Dhul Hijjah, and that's the day of Arafat, where in the morning you will be making your way over to Arafat, which is a plain ground kind of thing. It's not just one mountain, it's an area. So a lot of places have their own tents, so they'll have tents with AC, and like they'll give you lunch and things like that, which is great. But what you need to understand is that you are going there to pray. So from Zuhr up until sunset or Maghrib, you need to make sure that you are completely on your hands and knees praying, and that's a good 4 or 5 or 6 hours actually. And in that time you need to be able to just connect and just find that thing inside you that really helps you connect. The way that really helped me was at home. I sat down and I was like, can I pray for like, you know, even 10 minutes? And I couldn't do it. I couldn't sit down and pray. I was just repeating the same dua in my head. And I was like, this isn't going to work for me if I'm out there for 4 or 5 hours and I'm going to be saying the same stuff. So I basically came up with this plan of creating these prayer books, and they were basically dua books that I had put together, and I had handwritten them all and put prayers in for me, for my family, for this life, for my grave, for the hereafter, and loads of other things as well. So definitely, I'm going to do a video on this as well, so definitely check that out. A lot of people go for naps. Why are you napping? Like, why are you napping? Sorry, let me just go back. So from Mina to Arafat, there's about 20 kilometers, but there is a train that goes, and that's what all those wristbands were for. So you get a train from Mina to Arafat, and then it's basically a long walk and long waits. Definitely take a chair with you if you're going. But there's lots of lines and queues and things like that, and you just need to make sure that you just stick with your group. So on that same day, just after sunset, you make your way to Muzdalifah, which is basically, everybody says it's like sleeping under the stars, and it's amazing. It is sleeping under the stars, and it is amazing. However, you would have had such a long trip that day. When you do get to Muzdalifah, it's basically a car parking lot. It's just all like tarmac. Make sure you have your camping equipment so it's nice and, you know, comfy if you are looking to have a nap. A lot of people don't have anything and they have to sleep on the actual tarmac. So if you're not using your sleeping mat or your, you know, your pillow or anything like that that you've brought along with you, it would be so nice and helpful for somebody else to be using that if they do really want it, and if they are trying to go to sleep, which they probably are, because they probably won't have the same comforts as you do. That same day, try and gather as many pebbles as you can for the stoning at Jamarat. You will need to calculate it, but I think it's something like 21 pebbles a day. So definitely get enough and get even more, because there might be somebody else who's run out on the 3rd day or the 4th day, and you want to try and help them out. So from Muzdalifah, you then make your way to Mecca and you do your tawaf. And if I've missed something out, please do put it down below. But after that, you do your 3 days of stoning, the Jamarat, and stay in Mina. As well as, if you do want to stay for the 13th day of Dhul Hijjah, it is a sunnah. We definitely did it. If you're feeling up to it and if you're physically okay, then definitely stay. If you're not, then that's absolutely fine. Then we went and did our farewell tawaf, finished off, and then made our way back to Jeddah, which is where we stayed for a few days before we flew home to the UK. So it kind of like, that was actually really good as well, because we were really annoyed. We were like, oh, want to stay in Mecca for those 3 days, don't want to kind of leave. But after you've done Hajj, you will be so tired. You would want to like just get your thoughts together before you make your move back to the UK, back to normal life. A lot of you will have work the next day. You do want to have a little break before you get back. So definitely try and do that, and just reevaluate yourself, your thoughts, and try and be the best that you can be. I hope this has been helpful, and inshallah I will see you guys very soon. Take care. Salaam alaikum. Bye.